Oh, looks like my big cat wants attention. Hmm. We are a sliver of humanity's dynasty.
An excellent
Alright.
place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Alright. You know what? I'm gonna be sarcastic. All this ostentatious luxury, this laughable pretense, is enough to make one think that the architects might compensate rather than glorify.
An interesting perspective. However, allow me to offer you a bit of advice. In the interests of your own well-being, you should frame your thoughts with greater piety. Demonstrating such a lack of care when choosing your words might be viewed by certain people as evidence of insufficient trepidation before the God Emperor, the master of humanity.
Of course, we have to deal with people judging us.
I am glad to have pleased you, for that is my duty to the dynasty of his chosen. Allow me to introduce myself. Kunrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship rogue trader Theodora von Valencius. At your service. I haven't had the
Alright,
pleasure
good to know.
of speaking with you in person before.
Alright. Yeah. No, I'm not mentioning I'm a psyker yet.
My regards, Master. Or should I say, von Valencius, scion of a blessed rogue trader house in the service of the Imperium. Perhaps this
God, I
kinship
thought
came
I
as a
was
shock to you.
long-winded.
Understandably so, given that all evidence of the connection was lost in the generations separating you and Lord Captain Theodora. It required no small effort on the part of Her Ladyship's servants to discover and verify this blood tie, which has now made you one of the heirs of this dynasty.
It's Dynasty Dweeb. Alright. Yeah, you know what? That's my favorite question right there. You have a curious title, Master of Whispers. What are your responsibilities?
To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencius. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
Wow, you are oddly blunt about what the fuck you are. I don't like your role. I better be fucking good on my job around you. He's gonna stab me. I don't even care about the other heirs. I'm just doing my job. We'll figure out what happens from there.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Ethelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Alright.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Curiosity sings in my veins. Alright, I can fucking tell what these symbols are. I've played action games for years. I mean, turn-based RPGs. Okay. Yeah, I better not get too distracted. For all I know, the Warhammer universe will get fucking offended at me. They're like, you need to die for fucking falling behind the group.
One of the von Valencius trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I am already feeling tempted, Stu. This is a very pretty place. Yeah, we're probably gonna be spending some time on this ship anyway, else we're already... Oh, the meeting's canceled. I guess that makes sense though. That first conversation was very long. They probably just felt like pushing things along because they were like, man, that introduction was already insanely long. Harold, stop. 1 second, guys. I need to deal with my cat. Alright. Alright. Did I skip my turn? Ooh. Oh man, it's been a while since I played one of these games. I don't even know how far I can shoot. Okay, what can you move?
Genius at work.
Alright. This feels pretty standard so far.
What if? A wicked thought.
Damn it, I missed. Alright, I get it. God, this servitor's OP.
Let's see. Another one is
There we
shattered.
go.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
If you say so, Captain of Whispers.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Alright.
One step at a time amidst the madness.
I guess you can't search corpses in this game. What an incredibly fancy place.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Oh my god.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Yeah, we're just gonna let them talk and survey. Your first impression of Edelthard, who appears to be about 30 years old, is a parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. One gray officer, one young man, one older woman. Gray-haired officer with a daisley, the other is a behemoth bursting with ulcers and bulges containing all types of weapons. What is a baldric? What is a baldric? Oh, belt for a sword of different types.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer.
Okay.
Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with this.
Thorough, but presumptuous. It took me a great deal to find one psyker who could serve me well for many years. Yet you speak of several.
Sanctioned psychers are rare and valuable instruments of the Golden Throne. Or do you suggest that we use heretics, who are an offense to the God Emperor's light? It would be rather careless of you to utter such profanity in the presence of his faithful servants. Insolent, ignorant upstart. How dare you?
Man, I just gave a straight answer. Fuck you, bro.
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
So, why are you here? You have seeded the opening that was offered to you in a woeful display of meekness. Admittedly, this tendency is equally strong in all who toil in the Emperor's service. Immutable hierarchy, absolute obedience, lickspittlery, compulsion to please. I value none of these things. From the moment my envoys came for you, the terms of your existence changed.
My God.
My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all.
Oh, this sounds fucking rad.
It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon. Resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
Hell yeah, sign me up.
Oh, yes. You would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump, and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue
Man,
trader.
my time in that fight was bad, wasn't it?
Bloodright alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake. His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That
I got you.
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
You know, yeah, I'm gonna mention that to her at least.
Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Theodora doesn't care at all. She's just like another day, another
Lady
dollar.
Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
I am not saying navigator in translation one of these things you speak of. That will just get me fired.
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide. In
Alright.
that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Oh shit. And we have a betrayal.
What
Did,
an amusing attempt at defiance.
Let the blood flow!
I can handle this.
Follow my lead. I took care of this one.
Damn, I like Cleve.
Reduced to dust. Follow my lead. To the heretics. Out of my way. Just a minor setback.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Predictable downfall.
Alright. Yeah, I love the character. Giving me a perfect opportunity to prove myself.
I took care of this one. Reduced to dust.
Jesus, that guy is
Die! Brace yourself, Abelard.
Alright. Okay. Alright, well, I'm curious. Give me... Yeah. Okay. Perfect. You know what? Yeah, you fucking just... Let me get this final kill, guys. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna move. I'm gonna go for it.
Even I won't do that.
Alright, you got moved then.
I won't sully myself with that.
Ah, son of a bitch. Man. No. Okay, you in the line of
A
sight?
genius at work.
Death to the weak. My ears are ringing.
Emperor, protect me.
Theodora's gonna be mad she did more than me.
Tactics are the best ones. One few at a time.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive.
We
Didn't
won't.
bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
Yeah, we're gonna go with what is
Mort
your
has gone on
order.
ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
see. Oh, yes, indeed. They all will see.
Okay. Is it?
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Kunrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done.
Mort, pull yourself together.
Alright.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warped madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
Being so long-winded and
I
just
have
say
not yet
before.
received word from the Engineering regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
Oh
I tried
shit.
to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Yes, bring me along.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
In whatever state. Well, hopefully he's alive.
Not everything in your power. You will do as I say. I'll have your heads if you fail. Is that clear? Then move out. Mort, come.
I hate saying to make promises. Promises are the worst. I like having failure.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
What? What the hell? Have I been betrayed? What the hell? A special destiny.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you were back with us, I see. Delightful.
Am I expected to deal with this super spy shit on a regular
You must have hit
basis?
your head harder than I thought. No matter. Very little is required of you. Just your blood, which you can either share of your own volition, or I will spill it for you. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
Are we surrounded by the... Yeah, I think we're surrounded by this.
Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains.
Fuck you. The voices in your head giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You're a pussy. You're a pussy. You're a pussy. Pussy. You feel this intruding influence forcing yourself onto your feet and making you take steps towards the gate looming in the center of the chamber. Alright. I get it.
Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
Shit. Alright, this is some ancient tech. What the fuck? Oh wait, a whisper fills my mind, insisting, demanding sacrifices. Voices are demanding I stuff my hand. It's telling me to fucking do it. Server looks noticeably different from the ones you are used to. Its skin covered. It's covered in sushi with copper thread and metal hinges in place with standard joints. It seems like creators just did everything to service life for this unit would be much longer than that of ordinary automatons. I place my hands inside, Sentinel's jaw, just jam wrap around my hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the server's mouth. Immediately you're coming in the servo meter starts with a uncertain motion. The bit screen cut into your fingers. Several long minutes pass. Sentinel's jaws remain closed. Your being feels sick. But for you, more to lean against the gate, you can catch your breath. Maybe close your eyes to notice ever.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
Yeah, I do require assistance.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Oh, thank fucking Christ.
There is still another way.
Well, I guess I'll go check out.
Beyond.
Man, this bread is massive. They literally can't steal this. The triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of whatever.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations. Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the navigator sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection. Temporary installation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and at middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the Warren chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will...
Alright. I get you. Gotta protect the warrant.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Oh shit. Did I get... Oh man, I thought I got knocked out for a sec. You have to be fucking kidding me.
Or fall!
Oh, thank God. Is that a Space Marine? No, it's just a human.
Master! What? Whatever are you doing in the Warren chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this?
Oh, shit. Oh man, this man's been damaged. Get case, demanding albeit someone survive.
What?
Serving the gods of the war. Kunrad is a heretic. Oh, Voidfare, you void rat. Madness. And this mutiny is likewise his doing, no doubt. Indeed. Indeed. That is easier said than done, of course. But seeing one of Lady Theodora's heirs alive inspires at least some degree of optimism. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Okay, alright. Sniper rifle, armored body gloves. Alright. Alright. Alright, so injuries remain after combat, but wounds won't.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Alright, Alright, I can't tell how to equip the
Throne's
weapon.
grace, where are you going? Until we bandage your wounds and you take up arms, I, with all due respect to the heir of Lady Theodora, will not let you out the door.
Okay, I guess
Oh, how
I
they
have to
fear
figure.
the brilliance that illuminates.
Throne's grace, where are you going? Until we bandage your wounds and you take up arms, I, with all due respect to the heir of Lady Theodora, will not let you out the door.
My
Okay, it's
canvas.
R2. Shit.
And anarchy is my brush.
You are injured. I must dress your wounds before we go any further.
To the ordinary, I am an enigma. Patience! My nerves are frayed!
Yeah, I get it. Your nerves are
I must
frayed.
dress your
Shit.
wounds before we go any further.
Yeah. Did I just fucking... Alright.
You are injured. I must dress your wounds before we go any further.
Let us see.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaties on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. You are injured. I must dress your wounds before we go any further.
Okay.
This wound will
I'm
make a
doing
fine
it.
scar.
Take my...
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics
Alright.
instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive. Cut.
Yeah.
Loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home! And with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
Yes. Truly it is glorious.
Woo! Into the fray we charge!
Alright, I need to use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, folks. Need some cover. Shit. I really don't like these odds. Can I go back over here? Yeah, I figure out how to use the archetype abilities already.
Let's see. Fate claims another one.
I should have buffed him.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Ah, shit.
I'm not interested. It will be done.
Ah, shit.
Death to non-believers!
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Chaos guides me!
Oh, damn.
Minor setback.
I guess it's gonna be easier than I thought. Did you really shoot your own ally? Dumb little shit.
What if predictable downfall? Let's see.
Gotcha. Alright, worry about friendly fire.
I took care of this one.
Pussy. Yeah, I should have noticed this rule already. Ah, shit, I skipped my turn. Son of a bitch.
Reduced to dust.
Harold, stop it. Oh, my cat's bullying me.
Genius. Fate claims another one.
Alright. Okay, select the... Alright. Alright, so I've got to level up now. Very good. Harold, quit trying to attack me. Seriously, it's so annoying. Sorry, chat. Cat Harold is bullying me. Alright. Rarity medicine. Alright, are we done? Okay, I did it. Took me long enough. Alright. We're gonna do a proper save. And then we're gonna take I'm gonna take a break at that point.